Hello and welcome to this Colt 1911 Disassembly for Maintenance Guide. My name is Shoe, and in this video we're going to be going through the full maintenance breakdown for a gas blowback Colt 1911. This is a full metal CO2 gas blowback pistol and it's in need of a little bit of love. Just before we get started though, I want to say a big thank you to Kent Combat Stores for providing me with the Colt 1911 to create this guide. So what tools are we going to need? Well, first of all, we have got our Colt here ready to go with the magazine in. We've got our Phillips head screwdriver, a microfiber cloth, silicone gun oil 35, and some 70% rubbing alcohol. For starters, we need to disassemble the pistol down into its key components, and then we can get our clean on. First thing we're going to do is remove the magazine, something you've all done loads of times. So depress that button, slide the mag out, and then we're going to put that to one side so we don't actually need to do any maintenance on the magazine. A quick point to raise though is sometimes I've seen people spray some lubricant in here on the spring to help that move better. This is a very bad idea because if you put lubricant in there, it's going to get onto your BBs. It's going to take that lubricant that you put in the magazine through the gun, going to put it into the barrel, and it's going to make a load of your shots inconsistent. So never, ever, ever lubricate in there. Feel free to take that apart and give it a wipe if you'd like to, but the travel in this magazine is perfectly fine and there's nothing I need to do on it. So that mag goes to the side. Now, first thing, we need to remove the slide. So we make sure the safety is off. Then we push the slide back until this little notch there lines up with the slide catch. So if I put that forward, you can see that little notch there and there's a slide catch. So we push it until that evens up. Then on the other side, there's this little nub in here. So what we do is we actually push that in. And once we've pushed that in, we're then able to pull this out. Now, not all slide catches remove that easily. Some of them do take a little bit of welly to push them through. With the slide catch removed, we can pop that to the side, and then the slide now will just come right off the top. Now, the lower receiver, we're not actually going to be doing any more disassembly with this, purely because we don't really need to go that deep when we're doing a general maintenance. We will give this a bit of a cleanup on the inside, but for now, we're done with this part. So that can just go over here. With the slide itself, we now need to take apart the barrel assembly. And to do that, we need to take off the recoil spring, which just slides off like that. Pull that unit off. You've also got the end tube of the recoil spring, which can go there. Now, in order to get this out, you can see that this is now sliding around and still has that recoil action, but we can't actually remove it from the slide just yet. If we tip this upright, you'll see this top part here. We can actually twist that to the side and then that will come up there. Now it is on a spring, so you've got to be careful it doesn't ping off. So make sure you hold it when you take that off. And then the barrel assembly will just slide right out the end of the slide like that. If we wanted to, we can remove this Allen screw and then take all of this part out here. But with a general maintenance, we don't need to do that. What we will do though is give it a bit of a wipe down with our cloth and lubricate it. But first of all, we're going to finish our disassembly. So we're going to take our barrel build here, flip it over onto this side where we can see this pin. For some reason, I can't pull the pin out. I don't know why, I just can't. On your Colt though, I guarantee you'll be able to remove this pin. There's a little pin here, and all you would do is take some pliers, put them into the hole, and then pull that pin out. I can't pull mine out for some reason. I don't know why, but that's exactly what it will look like for you. Once you've pulled that pin out, you can then slide the barrel assembly out, and it will look something like this. This is a Glock barrel assembly, but it will be very similar to your Colt one. Then there's two screws, one here, and again, looking at the Colt assembly, screw there, screw there. So what we would do is take our Phillips head screwdriver, come in, and unscrew both of those. Now with the screws, try and leave them on the mat in a way which makes it easy to identify which screw goes where. So for example, the right screw goes in the right hole, the left screw goes in the left hole. Once that's taken apart, we can take off this side cover, and then you'll see your hop arm is there. You've got your hop adjuster dial at the bottom, and of course you've got your hop probber there too. So we're just going to take all of this out, just like that. We're going to remove the hop rubber, and now we have a fully disassembled hop unit. First of all, we're going to clean the barrel, and I forgot to get one piece, which is this. This is your cleaning or jamming rod that would have come with your riff in the box, so we're going to grab that there. Then with the cloth that we have, we're going to cut off a small piece, thread it through the eyelet, just like that. Then we're going to take our 70% alcohol, unscrew the top, and dip one of the sides in, then swing it around to get a nice decent covering over the rest of the cloth. Then, using our cloth as a base, we're going to take our jamming rod, spin it around in there, and just run it up and down inside the barrel. Now, the reason why we use alcohol in this and not like a soapy water mixture is when rubbing alcohol dries, it evaporates. Now, what that means is it doesn't leave any residue on the inside of your barrel. The last thing you want is something stuck to the inside of your barrel, which is going to affect your BB's velocity. It's going to affect your accuracy. So using alcohol, it negates that completely. That is just about clean. Now, I'm also going to take the hop rubber, spin that around inside there just to clean out any gunk that could be. Then once that's done, quickly visually inspect everything. So just hold it up to the light, have a little look in. That looks good. And the same thing with the barrel. Often I find with the barrel, if you can hold it in front of a light surface, you'll be able to get reflections off the inside of it to see if it is clean. And that is perfect. No splotches at all. With that being done, I'm going to quickly just take my rubbing alcohol, swash it against the cloth, so I've got a nice circle of it there. I'm just going to take the external of the barrel where the hop rubber meets it and give it a quick wipe down in there. I'm also going to take the hop chamber and just give that a bit of a wipe down as well, both sides. And with that done, the barrel and hop chamber is cleaned and ready for reassembly. First of all, we'll take the hop rubber and the barrel, line up the groove with the groove on the inside of the hop rubber and get that to clip into place. Then line that up into the hop chamber, put the hop arm on, put the other side on, make sure it's clicked into place, line up the screws, and then tighten them up. Now with these screws, you need to be very careful not to over tighten them. This isn't a place where you want to be rounding off screws or destroying threads. So nice and tight, apply a decent amount of pressure onto there as well, and that is perfect. Now, replacing this back out for the Colt barrel and hop chamber assembly. On the back side, you will have that pin there, which you'll need to re-put in. All you need to do, line up the pin with the hole, give it a few taps with a hammer or something heavy until the face lines up with this piece here on the outer barrel, and then you are all good to go, and that is that rebuilt. Now with the slide, we do want to give this area here a bit of a wipe down. So we'll take our cloth, find the corner that has the 70% rubbing alcohol on, and then just give it all a bit of a rub down. You can pull it forward if you like, give a bit of a rub. There'll probably be some lubricant in there already, and you're just cleaning away that old stuff, which has probably got a load of grime attached to it anyway. This one's all pretty clean already, so you may find that you have a lot more gunk in there than you can see in this one. And there we go. I am going to give this a little bit of a spray of lubricant first of all. So we're going to take our Abbey Silicone Gun Oil 35, give it a little bit of a shake, and then we're going to slide this bit forward, and just over this part here, we're going to give it a spray. Then pull it backwards and forwards a few times, let it catch like that, bit more spray, and that is a well lubricated top slide. Now reassembly. So we're going to take our barrel unit, slide that into the front so it fits just like that, and then that just slides right down into place. We're going to take our end stop, pop that over the top at an angle, and then twist that in so it catches, and then that stops that from coming out. We're then going to take the lower tube, pop that in just like that. Then the recoil spring sits inside that tube, pulls down across, and then slides over that little pin there. And that is the top slide fully rebuilt, ready to assemble back onto the lower. But we're going to pop that to the side just for now. Take the lower half, and we're going to give this a bit of a wipe down all over. So again, bringing back in the cloth, find the corner which has got your alcohol on it, and just give the full inside a wipe down. With the Colts, it can be a bit tricky to get in there because their magazines are quite narrow, but just try and reach in as far as you can. If there is any bits of grime in there you can specifically see, then you can grab your cloth, wrap a screwdriver around it or put the screwdriver inside it, and then you can insert it like that and get those hard to reach areas. Once again, visually inspect it. Everything looks great. Now with that wiped, that is the lower half cleaned. And again, this is a general maintenance. You can take it apart even further if you wanted to, such as the top slide. You can remove this section. And also with the lower, you can remove the whole hammer section too. But with this being a general maintenance, we're not going to go that in depth. Now everything is ready to be fully reassembled. So we take the top slide, line it up with the notches on the lower, just like that. Slide it on, and then line up that little notch with where we lined it up before with the slide catch. And then all we do is get that lined up, push that in. That is all the way through. We can see the knob has come all the way through to the other side. And then we just let go, and that is now fully reassembled. Now, I do always recommend doing a few dry firing shots just to make sure that everything is working perfectly fine. Now, I don't have any CO2 capsules here, so I can't actually do a full dry fire. You can, however, if you're out of CO2, rack the gun a few times just to make sure it is super smooth. And that is buttery. And with that, our maintenance on the Colt 1911 is now complete. And this is universal with pretty much all 1911s. Now, you might find some differences out there between Colts, like some of them have an outer barrel which unscrews, and this one is just one full piece of metal. But apart from that, generally everything is going to be pretty much the same. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been informative for you. Let me know any questions you have in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.